sitting here with the Sandbox VR MVP. This man carried us yesterday in the zombie battle. But it's Sunday morning. We about to get it in. Our short routine, still working my way back into the weights. So we're going to do 3 circuits, but the first is going to be calisthenics, the second and third will be with weights. Oh, I didn't introduce yourself.
I'm Ahmad. Like he said, the Sandbox MVP. I carry both of them. But yeah.
We're going to put the bonus footage at the end of this video. But we about to hit chest and back. So there's 3 exercises in the warm-up calisthenics. And then there's 2 in each weight. So we're going to do 7 exercises. Should take about 45 minutes. Like I said, working my way back into the weights from a month of calisthenics. Let's get into the routine. Workout complete. Shout out to the bro D-Dubs. We was just talking about you off camera. How's the workout, man?
It was great. My body hurt. I know that.
Yeah, I would suggest a rest day tomorrow. That's good work. 3 circuits. We started off with the calisthenics per my bro DW, and then did the weights. You know, as I said on my video Friday that I have not put up yet, because I haven't edited yet. I'm really gonna change my focus. I actually played for the young fella the actual definition of a weightlifter versus a bodybuilder. And as I said in the video that has yet to be edited and recorded for my my legs and shoulders workout Friday, I know my focus is on fitness, and that does not come from just moving weight. I'm gonna put bonus footage on top of the games in terms of what Kai Green said in terms of a weightlifter versus a bodybuilder. I'm not a bodybuilder, but I am focused on my fitness. And so I'm focusing on 20 reps. And my definition of the 20 reps, as I was telling the young fella during the workout, before, if I would do something with 20 reps, it would be easy. I wouldn't feel anything, and I felt like I was wasting my time. And I always felt the most from trying to go heavy. But if I'm doing 3 or 4 reps, my body's not getting much from that. So in my mind, I should be negotiating with myself between reps 10 and 20. Like, yo, I should just stop here because it's burning, because it hurts, but I still push through. And you'll see every set from this workout, I was showing in my heart rate. That's because I'm checking it. That's kind of my gauge. I want to see my heart rate get above 130, which to me is getting in the zone 3 in terms of the heart rate. I'll tell you about that another time, but it's just a sign that my body is stressing to finish, because in the past, if I was saying I'm gonna do 20 reps or something, I'll do so light a weight that I don't feel it. So reps 10 to 20 should be very difficult. 15 to 20, I should want to quit the whole time and push through. So that's really what my philosophy is going to be going forward. That's great work. I'm going to fast today. I'm doing a 40-hour fast. I ate dinner last night. I'm not going to eat until noon tomorrow. So it's good work. Anything you want to say?
Like I said earlier, he is the MVP of this workout.
But I'd rather be MVP of the Sandbox. Stay tuned for the bonus footage.
Yes, sir.
Coming up. Fareed Fitness on a Sunday. Signing off.
Oh, birds! Whoa, whoa! Oh!
Beta team, welcome to Deadwood Valley.
That way.
Oh, whoa!
a bit. Oh!
Something shorted out the lights!
What? Stop playing, bro! Stop playing! I can see!
Surroundings, because a lot of the zombies that are killing you are behind you.
Yep.
Yo, look out, look out, look out, look out, look out!
And he just disappeared?
All right, theme, time
Recorded
to
for
party!
probably like 20 seconds.
Show us your moves, yo!
I can't do all that.
There it is!
Nice moves!
Let's dance, yo!